have just accessed the RC of the Hyundai i20, which was used for the blast. This is the same Hyundai i20 which supposedly had, as per top intelligence sources, the IED which exploded and now has led to the death of 9 people. That is the RC on your screen. As you can see, that the RC is in the name of Mohd Salman, who has been detained by the Haryana police. You can see his name in the top left corner of the RC. The manufacturing date is 2013 and the validity of this RC is till 2029. So this was a valid RC, even though Mohd Salman is saying that he sold the car to a man named Devendra. He did not change the main paperwork, the RC paperwork. The car is still in his name. You can see that the car number as well as his name is on the document associated with this car, which is valid up till 2029. And you can see that it's registered. The address has been registered in Shantinagar, Gurgaon, which is why he has now been detained by the Haryana police in connection to this terror attack. That is the details got to us by our reporters on the ground. As you can see, that is the individual on your screen, the owner, the original owner of the Hyundai i20, where the IED was supposedly fixed, which exploded outside the Red Fort metro station. Mohd Salman, son of Mohammed Shahid, and the registration date is of 18th March 2014. The manufacturing date is April 2013, and the validity is up till 15th of February 2029 as per the details of the RC. So clearly this car was in his name, even though he says that he sold it to other people. Now several reports suggest that this Hyundai i20 has gone through several ownerships, but the paperwork is in the name of Mohd Salman, who has now been detained by the Haryana police. And that is Mohd Salman on your screen, and that is the RC that CNN-News18 has accessed. You can see that this Hyundai i20 is registered to the address house number 63 on the 3rd floor of Shantinagar, Gurgaon. HR 122001 is the address on the RC. So this also throws up more questions. Who did Mohd Salman sell it to? How did it go from Mohd Salman to several owners, and then finally at the Red Fort, outside the Red Fort metro station where this blast took place? But the big question emerges, what is the chain of ownership surrounding this Hyundai i20? Anshul is also joining us on the broadcast. So Anshul, that is the big question at the end of the day. The paperwork is in the name of Mohd Salman. That's what the agencies have to go with. But to move ahead, to crack the chain of ownership, to finally come to know which terror module is responsible for this attack, that is the big daunting task ahead of the agencies.
Well, definitely all these questions needs to be answered. Initial questioning with Salman has already been done by the Haryana police, and Salman has said that he further sold this vehicle to a person with the name Devendra, and then eventually once Devendra was also questioned, it has come out that this vehicle was also then the third owner, it was sold to a third owner who goes by the name Nadeem, and then eventually this blast has happened. So this is the exact sequence of how the owners had changed their how the owners of the vehicle had changed their hands, or how the vehicle had changed its hand amongst the owners. If you look at the RC very closely as well, it states that it is a model that has petrol and CNG, petrol / CNG both. So somewhere or the other, the CNG blast angle yet again cannot be ruled out, because that vehicle was having a CNG tank on its boot. Initial investigation by the Delhi police suggests that the blast happened on the rear side, that is near the boot of the vehicle, and from there, as the blast exploded, there were vehicles that were lined up behind it on this very red light itself. And once the blast happened, then the other vehicles also caught fire. There were a few e-rickshaws over here as well, and they had also been set on fire due to this blast. So definitely it can be said that the investigation is still underway. A lot of layers are still being unearthed. On one hand, where the police is trying to find out the exact owner and the whereabouts of the vehicle, because remember, according to Salman, he sold this vehicle over here in the national capital at Okhla, and then from Okhla this was sold to another person in Haryana itself, and then eventually this vehicle finds its way back out here in the national capital. If you look at the modus operandi of such attacks generally, if at all such vehicles are being used, then the accused actually tries to somewhere or the other go and hide the number plate away from the vehicle, so that there is no direct connection that could be linked. But in this case, the number of the vehicle was very clearly visible.
Right.
In fact, the front end of the vehicle is still something that the police is looking into. So somewhere or the other, the indications that are coming to the fore, it is indicative that things would only clear up once the police clears up its investigation by tomorrow morning, and then eventually file a report in front of the Home Minister.